AIMS – Alternatives for Innovative Maths Study. When we think about maths, usually we think about long numbers, percentages, equations, trigonometry, etc. But maths are not only numbers. In few moments you will be impressed with the maths we can find everywhere. The wheat was one of the most important products in agriculture in the south of Italy. Here we can see a circle. Entering in a bar, we also can find maths. There are squares. And also, we can find a kind of nautical compass rose formed by triangles that is inscribed inside a circle. Or having a relaxed walk, we can find nice geometrical figures. This type of designs are called mandalas, and you need a compass, a pen, a pair of rulers, and of course, a lot of imagination to draw them.
In this picture, I can see a circle and an inscribed polygon.
In this picture, we can see segments that form 90 degrees angles and some strange shapes.
And here we have a fantastic square. It's formed by lots of knots. It symbolizes the infinite in the ancient cultures. As you are thinking now, the infinite is also an element used in maths. The palatine table constructed in honor to the Greek goddess Hera is built with columns that are like cylinders.
In this photo of the Palatine tables, we can see a clear example of perspective.
Using your imagination, this pine tree can be transformed into a triangle or a cone. Here we can see circles, squares, rectangles that are used to represent graphically the different rooms in a Greek temple.
We can imagine the columns of the temple as an example of parallel lines.
In the picture at the Eras temple, I can see with my imagination two parallel cones and an inscribed triangle forming by the tree.
Even the common flowers emerge forming geometrical figures, and they have symmetrical leaves. And look around us, we are surrounded by two circles. Let's go, Metaponto Museum is waiting for us. This is a typical dress used by the women from Metaponto in ancient times. They used circular pins to decorate their clothes.
At this picture, the dress is decorated by circles with the same center.
They also drew squares in their dresses.
On the dress, there is a repeated pattern of rhombus.
The pot was also decorated with rhombus and straight lines.
The unshaped object is an iron sphere.
Here you can see a spiral represented in a pot.
Here you can see a plate decorated by circles and geometric patterns.
In this picture, I can distinguish two geometrical solids, one cylinder and in the distance one can.
The pottery was a very important commercial activity in the south of Italy. That's why they needed to decorate their products. They also inscribed in a very precise way circles with different diameters, ones inside the others.
I'm Vlad, and in this photo you can see a vase with a lot of beautiful concentrical circles, perfectly made and in different colors.
Some metal objects.
In this picture, there is a vase painted with many geometrical shapes such as triangles, squares, and many other lines. We can also see a lion and a flower.
Those are pots used in the food storage and preservation.
These pots are decorated with the concentric circles. In ancient times, geometrical figures were commonly used to decorate pots.
In this picture, I can see a golden jewel with some spirals, symmetrically rotated, and also a lot of concentric circles. There are also some half circles put around the middle of the circle jewel.
In this picture, there is a circle-shaped plate which is decorated with curves, arcs, and lines. We can also see the symmetry.
In this photo, we can see a rectangular chest with triangles and squares that are engraved on the top of the chest and rectangles shapes on the sides. This chest is old and beautiful.
It has the shape of a house. In mathematically, it's a prism, and the sides are both symmetrical.
It is an object made of 4 rounded metal spirals.
In this picture, we can see a beautiful blue vessel with a line painted in different colors, yellow, white and light blue.
In this picture, we can see a vase with curved lines like sinus lines, and it has some points above the line.
In this picture, we can see a piece from a wall with a lot of geometrical shapes such as squares, circles, and stars made of segments.
This piece of art has a regular pattern which repeats itself.
You can see here decorative elements of a dress. They are triangles.
In this picture, we can see round coins arranged in the form of triangles. The triangles are equilateral triangles of different sizes.
In this picture, there is a vase decorated with geometrical shapes like segments, squares, and curved lines.
In this pot, there is so much maths, symmetries, geometrical figures like triangles, squares, and parallel lines too.
These beautiful blue vessels are similar. They have the same shape but different sizes.
It has the shape of a circle, and within that circle there are two smaller golden circles.
First, it looked like a necklace to me, but if you look at it on a mathematical way, it looks like an upwards opening parabola. This is a scale on which you can balance things. In mathematics, this can represent the balance method, which we use for solving equations, especially linear ones.
This sculpture has a line of symmetry, exactly in the middle.
This art of design consists of rhombuses. Those rhombuses are placed in such a way that it forms a cross.
In this picture, the mirror displays a reflection of symmetry. In this picture, I can distinguish symmetry, curves, and arcs.
Bronze spheres, votive objects. Here are two circumferences. They are ornaments, exactly bronze rings. The decoration of this female ornament shows an axial and central symmetry. In this photo we can see some solids. They are loom weights. Beautiful spiral-shaped ornaments.
Our visit to Metaponto Museum have finished, but look around you. We are living in a world full of maths.
In this picture, there is a combination of a sphere on the bottom and a can.
In this picture, the children are measuring angles. The left child has something in his hand with a triangular shape, and it looks like he is measuring the angle. The child on the right is looking for how much the angle has to be of the nose of the man. They have a rectangular form. They are placed parallel to each other and they all have the same size.